Please take me to KORLE Bu Teaching Hospital. Yesterday, before my colleague put out this Facebook post, I had distress calls. And, you know, I like to take my time before I get into a matter so that I gather the full facts. So I've had distress calls. And then yesterday when I saw the post, I also made further calls. And they confirmed that it is indeed true. Now, this is what my colleague wrote. He says, KORLE Bu dialysis unit hasn't worked for about a week. And mind you, my brother Thomas Khan is a dialysis patient. He doesn't shy away from that. He's an advocate. He says, KORLE Bu dialysis unit hasn't worked for about a week. Patients have been seeking health care at private facilities elsewhere. Whoever is not making things work, we beg you. It is not fair, especially when a good policy like the Ghana Medical Trust Fund or the Mahama Cares has been launched to give patients hope. Whenever the consumables are, or wherever the consumables are, and the monies to get them, please make it available to save lives. I read it again. It says, KORLE Bu dialysis unit hasn't worked for about a week. Patients have been seeking health care at private facilities elsewhere. Whoever is not making things work, we beg you. It's not only fair, especially when a good policy like the Ghana Medical Trust Fund or the Mahama Cares, as it's being called now, has been launched to give patients hope. Whenever the consumables are, or wherever the consumables are, and the monies to get them, please make it available to save lives. He's begging. And he himself, he has to do get some, what do you call it? Yesterday, Mr. Henkra told us on air that he has to get something changed for him. They can't find it. And this is the story. So now the question you want to ask is there no leadership at the KORLE Bu Teaching Hospital? And I'm back on the KORLE Bu Teaching Hospital because I took a great interest in this renal dialysis thing. How many receipts did we get? 30, right? 30 receipts from KORLE Bu alone. 30 receipts from KORLE Bu alone. The Thomas Khan thing. 30 receipts alone from KORLE Bu renal department. And we got it. Say, oh, no, the limbs has not been touched. Nobody has been charged those. You remember the 380 fees that were illegally shot up to 700 and something? We took people through the process just to be able to get the receipts. That's how forensic Johnny's Bite is. We don't talk out of the air. We are forensic. Eventually, it was reversed. The health minister got it reversed. Kwabena Mintakano at the time was ranking member on the health committee. Now he's minister for health. They went there, blah, 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 and they reversed it. Subsequently, Dr. Baumia announced that, there will be free dialysis. But as we speak, the dialysis department is shut down. And the patients are complaining because what they pay at KORLE Bu can never be compared to what they pay up when they go and seek the same services outside. No. It is much more expensive outside to get the same service than what they get at KORLE Bu. Now, let's hear the president of the day while he spoke about this Mahama Cares initiative. Listen to him.
On the 18th February 2025, I set a deadline of 31st March 2025 for all appointees.
So that's not the tape. We'll get back to the tape. We'll get back to that tape. So please, Honorable Kwabena Mintakando, apologies for that wrong tape. Honorable Kwabena Mintakando, good morning to you. Now you know that KORLE Bu Teaching Hospital's renal department is not functioning. It has been closed. The patients are talking and they are raising the alarm. And the doctors will tell you, Dr. Ban and his people, when they were there, they will tell you that, look, if people don't get their sessions as they should, it has dire consequences. It does. It has dire consequences. Listen.
With what she's going through, because she's just one of many of our citizens and countrymen and women who are going through what she just talked about. And the perception was that if you were rich, it was a disease for the rich. Hypertension, cardiovascular diseases, diabetes were diseases of the rich. But increasingly, we see that it's inflicting more the persons who are much poorer and can least afford to be able to manage those diseases. And that's why the Ghana Medical Trust Fund has come at the right time. This program must be linked and will be linked to our primary health care project, which we are yet to launch, because under the primary health care, we envisage that there will be volunteers and designated community pharmacies where our citizens, wherever they live, or the CHIPS compounds, will be required to go and take their blood pressure, check their sugar, because like was said by the UNICEF director, these diseases are preventable. And even if they have an onset, if you detect it early, you can have a favorable outcome if it's detected early. And so the primary health care would have community volunteers who will go from house to house occasionally, maybe every 3 months, every 6 months, and just take people's blood pressure, check their sugar level and all that. We'll have a program where women, are able to detect lumps earlier to be able to get treatment in case they are developing breast cancer, and so many of these other things. So I think there should be a linkage between Mahama Care and the primary health care program when we launch it. But more especially, a lot of these diseases are caused by ignorance in terms of our lifestyles and all that. And so we must also, as part of the Ghana Medical Trust Fund program, launch a very strong awareness campaign so that people will know what the trigger factors for these non-communicable diseases are. I understand that some of them are genetic because you can inherit it from your parents and your genes, but a far greater number are lifestyle diseases. They are acquired. They are not genetic. And so if people just know, what their disposition is and they are able to make changes in their lifestyle, I'm sure that we should be able to bring down, the level of disease burden that we currently are seeing.
That's President John Dramani Mahama. And I'm sure that somebody will be thinking, say dear Mahama cares about Mahama Trust Fund about until we can live recklessly. No. You go through town and you see a lot of young people. I went to the Ashanti region and they said, they're taking gas. I don't know what that is, but they put the thing in a balloon. And people are, they put the thing, I don't know what it is. I don't want to know. But they put the thing in a balloon and you see the balloon is inflated and then they will have it and then they will be inhaling whatever gas there is. And I said, what are you doing? When did we get here? There's a conversation about red, a higher version of tramadol. People take it and they become useless. Then they add energy drink. Then people walk into a drugstore and they go and buy a whole bottle of cough syrup. They know. And then they mix the three and they take it and they become wasted, numbed. You see somebody standing and sleeping. How did we get here? Then you go into the pubs and you find the young girls competing with the boys over who can smoke best. They have become like what do you call it? Mouse holes or rat holes, like chimneys. They are shishaing their lives away. And it is not just the regular shisha. Sometimes some of the people say, Charlie, this one, they have added Indian hemp to it. This one, they have added flavor to it. And we are told that when you take one I don't know how they call it, but one dose, or let me call it a dose, one dose of shisha, you have actually smoked 19 sticks of cigarette. 19 sticks. When people see you living recklessly like that, right? People see you smoking your shisha. People see you taking your red. People see you abusing energy drink. People see you taking a balloon or gas or whatever it is that you take. When they see you living recklessly like that and they don't do any of those, when you fall and you want them to come and support you, they will say, when you had your money, you were playing the fool. I don't know how we got here. I don't know how that became a status symbol for many people, and it is all over the place. And you find people, very young people, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. The eldest you may get among them will be 24, 25. And it is a regular thing that is happening. And you ask yourself, so is there no system to check that one person goes to a pharmacy and buys a full bottle of cough syrup, and then the next day, the same person comes into the same pharmacy to buy another bottle of cough syrup, and the pharmacist or the medicines counter assistant or whoever is there doesn't care to ask questions. All they are interested in is the money. You say, oh, the person is 18 and above, so it's okay. Let's give the person the shisha. Let's give the person the shisha. So now you ask yourself the question, is it because you're getting Mahama care so you live recklessly? I think that we should have a system in this country where health authorities will take it upon themselves, public health authorities will take it upon themselves to have a concept around regenerative health, where what you eat, what you ingest into your body actually becomes medicinal for you. Not just nutritional, but medicinal for you to be able to help you to live healthily. It's just heartbreaking. Look, it's heartbreaking. Some of them, 10, I've seen videos of people, 10 tablets, 10 different tablets. They take everything and they add energy drink, they swallow it and they're wasted. 10 tablets. I'm sure their kidneys and their liver, they are weeping and crying and asking questions. But hey, who cares? For some, it's not just Friday. Oh. Some begin. I said, when I went to Kumasi, I saw the balloon. I was asking, why are adults holding balloon at 11 p.m.? What are they doing with the balloon? We went to do Ghana's Most Beautiful in the Ashanti region. This is not this year. Oh. This is about 3, 4, 5 years ago. I saw people holding balloon. Then I asked, what are adults doing with balloon at 11 p.m.? They say, oh, gas. And I'm not saying it's just the Ashanti region. It is across the country. I saw it in the Ashanti region. 11 p.m. Opening toto okita balloon. They say, oh, gas. Oh, gas they are jideng. The things that, now intoxicate people are on a different level. Our mental health authority, we know, is problematic. The new minister is promising to get it fixed. We wait. We know that our renal departments, they are suffering. We don't have enough of the machines. We have the professionals. KORLE BU, the biggest, is shut down as we speak. Keep joking with your kidneys and your liver. Oh, continue. Keep joking with them. Continue. Keep joking with them. Continue.